my story is that water I hear? So we just had, my husband and I had just bought this house, and we are totally into home remodel stuff, like, oh, we can make a new kitchen, oh, we can do a bathroom, whatever. And by we, I mean he. And I'm like, go for it. So we decided that we were going to do an egress window in our basement. The basement was unfinished when we moved in, and so it makes sense. The house was built in '60. There's a reason it was unfinished, I'm guessing. But anyway, we had some friends over, and we stayed up way too late talking. He was coming back for basic, and he brought his girlfriend. First time we met her. And so there's the guest room, and then there's where we had just put in the egress window, or we had tried to put in the egress window. The window that was ordered was a bit too small. And so we were like, oh, we'll just get a different one, no big deal. It's been nice weather. So we stayed up too late talking, and then we went, I've got 2 small dogs, and our backyard is a mud pit. So it sounded like it was starting to rain. I'm like, oh, better get the dogs out quick before it gets too bad. I decided to take them in the front, because if it was already wet, it was only going to get worse. And so I'm standing in the front, and it's just torrential rains, like just coming all directions, like up, under, over, whatever. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And as I was going out to let the dogs out, my husband is particular worrier, whatever. He's like, I'm just gonna go downstairs and check the basement, see if there's water in there. I'm sure. I'm like, whatever, fine. Water's water. I come in, and our guests have gone to bed. My husband is nowhere to be found, and I've got these dogs, and I'm drying them off. I could really use some help drying off these dogs. And so I was like, where is he? Gosh, did he find a little water downstairs? I get down, like 3 steps down of a, 15-step staircase, and he's standing there just like this. Water's down here! And it came in from the egress that's way on the other side of our ranch house, all the way over. So it's not just like a little water, it's water. And if you know me, you know I'm kind of not a great housekeeper. And so there's our laundry room, and it's a construction zone, so there's nails and wood, and basically it's a disaster down there. And so we're trying to discreetly bail water out. And because we've got guests, we're not bad North Dakota people. We'll let them sleep. They've got to get up early in the morning. We don't want to make a fuss. And so we're kind of getting water, and it's getting a little kind of over our heads here because it's still coming in. And so we decided to go right to the source. We're going to just block up this window because there's a big cement hole there. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of a visual. So when you take out an egress window, you have to dig out all the soil and dirt around your house and put a nice metal barricade in there. My husband is 6'8", and he was running to the egress on the outside. He's like, I'm just going to maybe block it from the top. He steps in the mud right next to the thing, up to his mid-thigh in mud, just right into it. And so, you want to laugh. You can't laugh, but you're just standing there looking at your husband who's in the mud. And so I was like, okay, that's no good. And so we're coming in and out, and I'm bailing water from inside, and he's got all mud all over, and he's just panicking. He's so even keel, and you never would know that he's got just a storm raging inside. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what's happening. And so we finally are, when you're bailing water and you're nervous, you're kind of like, What do you suppose our house guest thought? So anyway, it was not happening. So my husband is like, oh, well, maybe we can start siphoning water out. So we get this garden hose. Tries to get it going, and he kind of gets something happening, and then that was just it for our guests. And they're like, what is happening out here? We need help. Why didn't you call us sooner? I don't know. We got problems. Okay, so the rain finally stopped a little bit, and we have a disaster, and we're all just shaken and muddy, and our friends have to leave in the morning, and we have a graduation party to go to for the neighbors across the street, and we had just kind of moved in to the neighborhood, and so we were already kind of young homeowners in an established neighborhood, and people, kind of wonder what's going on. So we walk across, and they're like, hey, did you have a hard night last night? What do you mean? Oh, we saw Nick doubled over in the curb. Looked like he was puking his guts out. Did he tie you on? No, we were siphoning water, of course. So, to this day, if you hear, or if my husband hears like a trickling of water or just something a little sloshy, what is it, post-traumatic stress disorder for water, I feel so bad for the man. But I'm thankful that he was like looking out for us, because I would have gone to bed and our whole house would have floated away. But that was our first home that we owned together, and that was it. And it's still our home sweet home. We don't live there anymore. We got out of there. But